Once upon a time in a quaint little town, there lived two best friends named Jake and Mia. They were inseparable, spending every afternoon after school together. They loved exploring the outdoors, climbing trees, and imagining themselves as brave adventurers in a faraway land. But little did they know, a real adventure awaited them. One sunny Saturday, Jake and Mia decided to venture into the woods behind their neighborhood. They had heard rumors about a hidden treehouse deep in the forest, a place where children once played many years ago. Their hearts raced with excitement as they made their way through the tall grass and thick trees. "Do you really think we'll find it?" Mia asked, glancing at Jake with hopeful eyes. "Of course. I heard it's huge and filled with all sorts of treasures." Jake replied confidently, puffing out his chest like a knight preparing for battle. After walking for what felt like ages, they finally spotted a tall, gnarled tree that stood proudly against the blue sky. Its branches stretched wide, and there, high above, was a glimpse of the fabled treehouse. "Look! There it is!" Mia squealed, pointing at the wooden structure nestled among the leaves. With adrenaline pumping through their veins, they rushed toward the tree. The treehouse looked weathered, with peeling paint and a ladder that swayed gently in the breeze. "Let's climb!" Jake shouted, already halfway up the ladder. Mia followed, her heart racing with excitement. They climbed until they reached the top, pushing open the creaky door. Dust swirled around them as they stepped inside, revealing a world that felt frozen in time. The walls were adorned with drawings, and the floor was littered with old toys and forgotten treasures. "Wow, it's like a treasure chest up here," Mia exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder. As they rummaged through the treehouse, Jake stumbled upon a dusty trunk in the corner. "Hey, check this out," he called, motioning for Mia to come over. Mia joined him as he opened the trunk. Inside, they found stacks of old letters tied together with a faded ribbon. "What do you think these are?" she asked, carefully picking one up. "I don't know, but let's read them," Jake said, pulling out a letter. It was from a little girl named Emily who used to play in the treehouse many years ago. The letters told stories of adventures, friendships, and secrets shared among the children who had once called this place home. As they read through the letters, they discovered a small, ornate key hidden at the bottom of the trunk. It glimmered in the sunlight streaming through the cracks in the walls. "Do you think it opens something?" Mia wondered, holding the key up to inspect it. "Let's find out," Jake said, his excitement bubbling over. They started searching the treehouse for anything that might have a lock. Just as they were about to give up, Mia noticed something strange. "Look at that old chest over there," she pointed to a small, weathered box tucked beneath a pile of leaves in the corner. The chest looked ancient, covered in dust but still sturdy. "Let's see if the key fits," Jake suggested. They hurried over, and with shaking hands, Mia inserted the key into the lock. It turned with a satisfying click, and they lifted the lid together. Inside the chest, they found not only coins and sparkling jewels but also a map. The map was yellowed with age and covered in mysterious symbols. "This looks like it leads somewhere," Jake said, his eyes shining with adventure. "Where do you think it goes?" Mia asked, studying the map carefully. "It looks like it leads deeper into the woods. Let's follow it. This could be our biggest adventure yet," Jake exclaimed, his heart racing with excitement. With the map in hand, they carefully climbed down the treehouse and set off into the woods, following the winding paths marked on the map. They crossed a small stream, where colorful fish swam beneath the surface, and climbed over fallen logs, laughing as they helped each other over the obstacles. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the sounds of nature surrounded them, the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, and the distant sound of a waterfall. After a while, they reached a clearing, and there, in front of them, stood a majestic waterfall cascading into a sparkling pool below. "Wow! This is amazing," Mia said, her eyes wide. "I've never seen anything like this." Jake grinned. Look at that. There's a cave behind the waterfall. Should we check it out? Definitely. Mia agreed, her heart pounding with excitement. They carefully made their way to the edge of the pool, feeling the cool mist on their faces. With a deep breath, they stepped through the waterfall, giggling as the water splashed around them. Inside the cave, it was dark but magical. The walls shimmered with crystals that reflected the light from the entrance. As they explored deeper, they discovered more treasures, ancient tools, old pottery, and even a few more chests, but they were locked tight. Maybe we can find more keys, Jake suggested. They spent hours searching the cave, looking behind rocks and in crevices. Just when they were about to give up, Mia spotted something shiny on the ground. Look! It's another key, she exclaimed, holding it up triumphantly. With renewed energy, they raced back to the chests. One by one, they tried the key in the locks until, at last, they heard a satisfying click. The lid creaked open, revealing a trove of colorful gemstones that sparkled like stars. Can you believe this? Jake said, his voice filled with awe. This is incredible. Mia smiled, her heart swelling with joy. We've found so much treasure today. But you know what? The best part of this adventure is being together. Jake nodded, realizing she was right. Yeah, we'll have stories to tell forever. Let's take some gems to share with our families. They carefully placed a few gemstones into their backpacks, determined to keep the adventure a secret between them. As they made their way back through the woods, they laughed and talked about all the memories they had created that day. When they finally reached the treehouse, they paused to look back at the forest, feeling proud of their discoveries and the bond they had strengthened through their adventure. Let's promise to come back, Mia said, gazing at the treehouse. Absolutely. This is just the beginning of our adventures, Jake replied. And from that day on, Jake and Mia became known as the greatest adventurers in their little town, always searching for the next hidden treasure, secret, or story. They learned that the best treasures were not just the shiny gems they found, but the moments they shared and the friendship that would last a lifetime. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.